It sure is, Roz. It's an unprecedented intervention, the first time in its history that the market operator has basically seized control of the national energy market. It came to the conclusion that after days of threats of blackouts and volatility, the market was simply too hard to manage, and it has now stepped in, taking this extraordinary action. We've obviously got a cold snap on the East Coast, which is increasing demand. Supply is struggling to keep up. We've got a dangerously low reserves of energy, and that is really creating this current crisis. And there are a couple of reasons for it. Firstly, our coal-fired power stations are ageing. Some of them are undergoing unscheduled maintenance, and across the country, generational capacity, we're told, is down by about 30%. And it's important to remember that on any given day, Australia is still mostly powered by coal. Then there's the war in Ukraine, which has seen global coal and gas prices skyrocket. In Australia, prices reached such heights on Monday that the market operator intervened and capped them to protect consumers. But generators withdrew from the market because they feared they'd be operating at a loss. That created a supply shortage. The market operator had to intervene again to force those generators to pump power into the network, and it compensated them for it. And we kind of had this toing and froing for several days until yesterday, when the market operator intervened again, said enough's enough. The free market's basically being suspended, and the operator is taking control. This is a move that has been very much backed by the federal government. The Energy Minister, Chris Bowen, says it should basically restore some calm to what's been an incredibly volatile market.
We are dealing with a very challenging situation, but I guess the good news is, Lisa, that the regulators and operators are working very closely with governments, and we are managing that situation. We have avoided blackouts and we have avoided load shedding so far, and yesterday was an extreme action. It wasn't taken lightly, but it was the judgment that it was what was absolutely necessary to act in the best interest of consumers, to intervene and to close the market and to take control, and that's what happened yesterday, and that was the right decision.
So, Jane, does this mean the threat of blackouts has been removed?
Well, we are told, Ros, that there is now no expectation of blackouts on the eastern part of Australia for now, but the fact that households are still being asked by the regulator, by the operator, to conserve energy shows that we are not out of the woods. I mean, this crisis has really exposed not only the incredible complexity, but also the fragility of our energy market on the east coast of Australia, which is failing consumers. I mean, we don't have reliability right now when we should, and prices are so high that all of our bills are going up. And I mean, commentators, energy experts have really blamed political leaders on both the state and federal level for failing to properly plan for an enormous transition of our energy market away from coal and gas towards renewables. And so that is a big part of the problem we're facing now. Now, Sarah McNamara from the Energy Council, she represents generators, has also backed this extraordinary intervention in the market. It's not clear how long the intervention will last, but she's also conceded that they're operating under pretty arcane rules.
It really is a day-to-day situation, but I think residential consumers shouldn't be concerned overly about reliability. We do see that there is enough supply in the market, and it's just a difficult situation, and it's a very technical and delicate system we're running here, but we are working very hard with the market operator, and there should be enough supply through the coming weeks.
We're all hoping that's very much the case. That was Sarah McNamara from the Energy Council. And Ros, in about 10 minutes' time, the Prime Minister and the Energy Minister will actually be formalising Labor's climate change commitments, signing a UN pledge, putting in place Australia's commitment to cut emissions by 43% by 2030, upping the existing commitment set by the coalition of a 26 to 28% cut.
Jen, thanks.